What is the importance of my CV?
Your CV is the most important document that you're going to produce at any point in your career. It is essentially your sales document. It needs to make impact very, very quickly. I would say the average attention span for when someone's looking at a CV is probably 10 to 15 seconds. You need to make that impact. So, obviously make sure it's typed. Make sure you've got it in a PDF format. Keep it simple, no waffle. The main focus is going to be what you're up to now. We don't want any ancillaries in there. No more than 2 pages. Proofread it. I would say 30 to 40% of CVs that I see have spelling mistakes in. They call the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, and it's just sloppy. Some do's and don'ts. Make sure you've got your full contact details on there. Mobile phone, home number, email address, home address. Make sure you include all your qualifications, grades as well, and don't lie about anything, particularly about your grades. There are often cases where people have dropped out of university courses. If you dropped out after year 2, make sure you say you dropped out of year 2. Don't try and make out you've got a BSc honours. Be honest, because you'll get found out. No need to put references on your CVs. References really taken right at the end of the process, once you've had an offer. No one wants to know that Harry Bloggs, your father's friend, is your reference. It's really totally irrelevant. Going back to waffle, no waffle. We don't need to know what your dog's called. We don't need to know what your children are called. We don't need to know what your wife does. It's about you and your experience. So if you think of your CV as a set of sales particulars that an estate agent would sell you, it's got to make impact. Your attention span when something comes through the post on Saturday morning is 20 seconds. It's got to make impact. You've got to make that statement that I am the person that you've got to see.
How important are covering letters?
Covering letters are very difficult things to construct, but basic rules are keep it very, very short and concise, and make sure you tailor your covering letter to the position that you're applying for. Again, no waffle, but make sure you have one key differentiator in there. Why should they see you amongst anyone else? You know, there may be 300 or 400 applications. It needs to hit the person selecting people for interview that you are the person that they have to see.
How important is presentation?
Presentation is everything. I mean, if you're in a pack of 300 applications, your CV needs to stand out as someone who has got care and attention, who's got very good spelling skills, who doesn't waffle, and who knows how to present strengths and weaknesses as really at the top of your CV. No opinions in there, just factual stuff. Make sure you get in there some key experiences, some demonstration of what you've done and what you've achieved.
What should I avoid in my CV?
Some basic things to avoid are A, waffle. Don't waffle in your CV. No dog's names, no holidays, basic factual information that is absolutely tailored to the job that you're applying for. No funny colours, no funny fonts, no photos of dogs and animals. Just, you've got to think upon this as making impact within 10 to 20 seconds. If you come across as a weirdo, you're not going to get an interview. You've got to be businesslike. It's got to look well laid out, concise and knowledgeable.